Hello garden people! We're back out of the garden and things are going really great. There's a couple things I wanted to show you today. The first is pretty straightforward. The Aronia berries are finally opening up in their flowers. Now let's flip around so we can see those. So kind of cute little flowers. You can see they start to look like little eggs before they open. And then they open up, just these little delicate flowers. I haven't seen any bees on them yet, but it's kind of early in the morning. I don't know if you can hear all the construction going on in the forest behind me. But I've got at least two different kinds. I have a third kind on the outside, but I'm not sure if it's a different species, like variety, or the same variety. But they pollinate each other well. These are, I think, 3-year-old bushes. And they've made fruit the last 2 years. I will say they're not the easiest plant to propagate, but I have had success. So this little one over here, I think it's actually, this is the second year it's been propagated, and it is flowering, which is interesting. Still quite small. So maybe, I haven't tried that many times to propagate it. It does appear that you can just use cuttings, although it's quite slow relative to, say, a currant. So that's exciting. I also want to show you an experiment that I did last fall that is an unmitigated success that I'm really happy about. So let me show you my asparagus seedlings. So here's one pot, probably the most advanced pot of asparagus seedlings. And you can see they just look like little trees. And that's very exciting. You can see there's more over here, a couple in that pot way over here, some over here, and then I actually have another pot that I have transplanted a few of them from somewhere over there. But yeah, this is really exciting. So one thing that I've seen on various forums are people saying that you should only plant male asparagus because the males have bigger spears and they don't make seeds, because they don't have to make seeds, so they can just focus on making the spears. And I guess that might be like technically true. That it's an observation. Mark Shepard has an interesting take on observations and interpretation. So it may be true, and probably is true, that the asparagus of males is a bigger spear. But I don't think that follows that you should only plant male asparagus, because if you have a female asparagus and a male asparagus, for one, it's easier to sort. You don't have to sort them out. It's cheaper to buy a mixture. The female asparagus still makes spears that you can eat, and then it makes seed that you can plant and get free asparagus plants from. So I'm wondering if it's this whole only plant male asparagus is pushed by asparagus distributors. It's my conspiracy theory. But yeah, it seems crazy to me, and I'm really excited that all I did last fall was found a couple asparagus plants flowering in the garden, or that had gone to seed in the garden, that no one was harvesting. So I picked all the berries, just spent a day listening to spent a couple hours listening to podcasts and taking the berries, just pushing them lightly into the top of the soil, covered them a little bit, put a few wood chips on top, and left it out all winter. And this year it looks like I had really good germination. So I'll let them grow up a little bit more so that the roots are more established. But at some point I'll have more asparagus I know what to do with. And it'll take a few years before they're big enough to eat, but yeah, it's a really happy result. So I'm happy that that worked out. So that's the exciting thing I wanted to share from today, the success with the Aronia berries and the success with the asparagus experiment. So I'll show you some B-roll of what the garden looks like, and I'll come back to see you soon. Bye. Oh, this is kind of exciting too. There's a lot more fungi in the soil this year. A couple different spots around the garden. Maybe we'll make a video on that. Some down there too.